I hated that, some of those things came down to some young guys. And, obviously the kicking piece of it, you got true freshmen that are in there. And, the disappointment is you had to put it in their hands at times. And we have great faith in who they are. Obviously, Jace had gotten off to a really great start, and man, you got to keep growing forward. So I think we'll only continue to grow from this. It sucks that you got to grow with a loss and a day where you weren't your best in some of those areas. But man, you believe in him so much and who he is, and I have complete faith of his response. And even the Jalen situation, we respond right back from it, and so. That stinks. But to me, I look at the other piece of it is Kendall makes a big-time play, and another senior stepped up in a huge moment and gave us a chance to win the game. So, obviously, some things we got to clean up. The frustration is, man, you played so well there a week ago, and then today, in some critical moments, we weren't able to execute what we needed to get done.
What is your thinking with the kicking game? One more on 4th and 7, and would have been a 45. What's your decision-making process like that?
Well, yeah, what happened? I think we got it right on the 4th and 7, and I just think you're trying to get him into a groove, right? I'm sure you can question even the last. I'll question the last play of the game. Man, you can question it, but again, you're thinking there. We're in a pretty good spot. It's 4th and 1. You just drove the ball. You put yourself in position to win the game in overtime. We've been playing great defense, and again, I think it tells you my belief in Jace as a human, and so. It stinks it didn't work out today, but you're trying to make the best decisions for the betterment of the team to be successful. I guess I would tell you from a head coach's standpoint.
You said you questioned.
Can you always question yourself? Everybody will. I think at the end of the day, you're always going to say, man, was that the right call or not? And especially when it doesn't go good. But man, again, my gut said, win the game in overtime. You're playing great defense, and put yourself in the best position to win the game. Did we do that today? We didn't. But obviously we'll all learn and grow forward from it.
How was Tyrell, and how much did that hamper you?
Yeah, you're just, man. Cartavius is dinged up, Jyrell dinged up, and man, you're in a situation that forced Dion to go into the game, and I did think Dion did some really good things today in some critical moments, and then we got to see Eli a little bit. It'll be fun to really look at what those two did, and you obviously when a guy's playing the way Jyrell is, that's not easy, but again, that's football, and those guys had to go into the game and respond, and I'll enjoy at least seeing what they did really well, what they didn't do well, and how those young pups can grow from it too.
You mentioned your defense played really well.
Cool.
Shut down as one of the best offenses in college football. What did you just see from that entire game?
Yeah, I think we said all week it's going to come down to our ability to align, assign, be disciplined, and be really gap sound. And I think that's a credit to our kids, because I think there was great growth, quite honestly, on that side. We weren't that a week ago. And the ability for that group to grow forward, plus some guys, man, Anthony Johnson makes a big play on 3rd down. Obviously OV makes a big play on 3rd down. Will makes a couple big plays right there at the end of the football game. Man, Reeder makes some big plays. So, I think the exciting thing is some of those veteran guys on defense. And that's what's gut-wrenching about today is, man, you got some vets, like our top dogs are doing everything they can to continue to help this young team in a lot of ways move itself forward. And, as the head coach, that's where it's really irritating. Not that you didn't get the results you want, but man, these older vet guys are doing everything in their power to help this team win football games. So from that, man, I can sleep at night, and I really appreciate who they are. It's exactly right. So, got dinged up a little bit again, kind of set back this week, and just, it's unfortunate. We'll see where he's at by Monday or Tuesday. Malik was in the same boat. Man, we didn't have him today as well. So, both those guys, hopefully we can get those guys injured or get those guys healthy and be ready to roll.
Jack, when you're dealing, I guess, with that in the running back situation, what kind of pressures is it on?
Yeah, well, I think it did at times today. I think, again, the flow of the game, you didn't get the flow of the game. You're playing catch-up. So when you're doing that, I think the quarterbacks has to have great precision and detail. And, I think we'll have to look at the videotape and see, what that looked like and how he can continue to grow forward. But, I think positive moments and some moments I know he would like to have back for sure.
It's obviously easy for us to sit there and say, yes, in the press box. Were there Sometimes Hunter could have thrown the ball away and instead taken snaps.
Yeah,
That's still a learning process.
you know, Randy, you got to remember, man, it's his 5th game,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I think the fact of the matter of it is whether he could or can't, we're going to have to evaluate the videotape. And, you know, I think the thing that I still appreciate about what Hunter has the ability to do is play the next play. And I thought he did a really good job of that today. And, you know, what was good and what wasn't good, he kept playing. And there will be great growth from that. I think anytime, especially at that position, that, man, you continue to see multiple looks, multiple different things, and be in multiple different environments, you got to learn through the process of doing. And I think he's learning right now along the way.
What the hell was the situation on the guy catching the ball, but he was illegal?
Well, it is illegal, and it's a wrong call, but it came from the office, so hopefully we'll get those things figured out. But that's part of the game, and I guess we got to keep living with it, so we'll keep growing.
You mentioned the veterans, and what do you want to see from them, maybe more of the same from what you saw and helping to lift the team back up and get going again?
Well, man, you know, I think for this group, and again, you feel for them because your veteran leadership is playing such good football. And you've got these young pups in some areas that are trying to kind of clash together at the same time. And, you know, it'll take everything we got, but the great thing I feel really confident in is we got the right leaders. We got the right people, and we have since January. And so, you know, we'll learn from it, we'll grow from it, and we'll continue to push on forward. And I have firm faith in that because of who those kids are and what those kids continue to do for this team. Yeah, I don't, and I don't know if we'll know probably till early in the week, and probably by the time we get back together on Tuesday, I'll have a better update for you. But I don't think it's going to be lengthy. I think it'd be more week to week right now. Anything else? All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.